There was a scene in this film involving Chris Hemsworth and Jessica Chastain in the hot tub. I wish I was Chris Hemsworth in that scene because, Jess, if you're listening, I love you. The Huntsman Winter's War is a prequel, sequel, something to Snow White and the Huntsman. This film has Chris Hemsworth and Charlize Theron coming back, and we are also joined by Emily Blunt and Jessica Chastain. So, like I said, this is a prequel, sequel to Snow White and the Huntsman, which is a film that I liked when I saw it. I haven't seen it since it came out. When I saw it, I remember enjoying it for what it was. So, in this film, Emily Blunt is related to Charlize Theron. They're both sisters. Something happens to Emily Blunt, and she becomes Elsa. Literally, she becomes Elsa. She becomes an ice queen.
A real ice queen.
I just burned my tongue.
And then we have the Huntsman, once again played by Chris Hemsworth. He teams up with Jessica Chastain, and they go find this magic mirror that's killing people and forcing people to kill people and stuff, and it's evil. Like I said before, Snow White and the Huntsman was an okay film. For what it was fine. I enjoyed Chris Hemsworth in that film as the Huntsman. I thought it was very good. I loved Charlize Theron in that film, and I liked Kristen Stewart in that film. When they announced this, I'm like, I don't care. We don't need this. I saw the trailers, wasn't impressed. I like these actors quite a bit, but this movie is a gigantic mess. It was actually not a good film whatsoever. I'll say the visuals are pretty decent for what they are. They're not great. They're not as good as the visuals in Snow White and the Huntsman, but these visuals are still decent. The action sequences are okay for the most part. There's a sequence in a bar with Chris Hemsworth's character that I thought was very well done. No music, just sound effects. It added a more intense vibe to it, so that was cool. The rest of the stuff, very, very sloppy. There's a lot of elements in this movie: action, drama, comedy, romance. It's a whole convoluted mess, this whole film. And the biggest issue with this movie is that it's really boring. The movie clocks in at an hour and 45 minutes. It felt longer. I wanted to leave. I wanted to go to sleep when I was watching this film. So much happens that it's so jumbled and it doesn't make any sense. This movie is so incredibly unnecessary. Why was this made? I don't know. The last one didn't make a lot of money. It made a good amount of money. So what about the performances? Chris Hemsworth does jump back into the role of the Huntsman. He does good in this film. He's not great, but he's good. Charlize Theron, I love her. She had nothing to do in this movie. She was just there saying, hey, I'm back. I'm evil, and I'm hot. Look at me. I have powers. Yippee-ki-yay. She did not have to be in this film. She's good to look at, but she did not have to be in this. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. Jessica Chastain. You guys know that I love her. She is my babe. She was okay in this film. She didn't do a fantastic job, but she wasn't awful in it. She had an accent that kind of annoyed me. But then over time I got used to it and I was like, Jess, you didn't have to do the accent, but I get it. It's whatever. I like the dwarves in the film. There's this nice camaraderie between Chris Hemsworth, Jessica Chastain, and the dwarves, and I thought it was really clever. Nick Frost is one of the droids. I said droids. I meant dwarves, excuse me. Yeah, the dwarves did good. By the way, there is some comedy in this film that I found to be very amusing. It wasn't like laugh out loud. There was one moment that did make me laugh out loud involving Nick Frost's character. And yeah, that's really it. And I do think the romance between Chris Hemsworth and Jessica Chastain is good. It's kind of forbidden because there's this law where you can't love. And I like their chemistry a lot. And I wouldn't mind seeing a movie with just those two. And how's Emily Blunt? I love Emily Blunt. I think she's one of the best up-and-coming actresses we have working today. Edge of Tomorrow, Sicario, Into the Woods. This woman is fantastic. She's horrible in this film. She's awful. She talks like, why did you do this? Her performance is on the same level as Eddie Redmayne's performance at Jupiter Ascending. And you guys know how much I hated that performance. This performance isn't as bad, I think, as Eddie Redmayne's performance. But man, Emily Blunt, you give the worst performance in the entire film. I'm sorry to say that, but it's the truth. And one more positive, I will say that the costumes and sets are very good. Whoever did that, good job. So yeah, The Huntsman Winter's War, it's not that compelling of a film. It's not a film you have to go see in the theater. I saw it specifically just so I could review it for you guys because I'm a committed reviewer. I try to see one movie at least every week, and this was the only thing that came out this weekend. The movie gets a D+. I wasn't a fan. Don't see it. If you want to see it at matinee. Tell me down below what you thought of this movie. If you saw it, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon.